says to me. It tells me that I'm never ever alone. I'm learning how Jesus came down to us and gave his best. Without a doubt the best friend you'll ever know. Our God knows exactly what I need, so I remember this. Let's go! When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. I'm reading my Bible, and this is what it says to me. It tells me that I'm never ever alone. I'm learning how Jesus came down to us and gave his best. Without a doubt the best friend you'll ever know. Our God knows exactly what I need, so I remember this. Let's go! When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. Oh, whoa. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. God knows exactly what I need, so I remember this. Let's go! When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door.
Hey guys, welcome to Upstreet Kids Online. We are going to be going through our new series, Heroes and Villains of the Bible, and learning about how it's God's power in us that makes us a superhero and not our own power. But before we talk about that a little bit more, before we get into the story, I want to ask you guys, if you had the choice to have one superpower, what would it be? I think I would choose to fly. So take a minute, talk about it with your parents or talk about it with your brothers and sisters and decide. And maybe then when you decide, shout out, what would that superpower be, that one superpower be that you could have if you could only have just one. So if there's anything that we need to know today, it's that God's power in us is what makes us a hero. And we're going to talk about that while we talk about this story from the Bible about a man who challenged some people who were worshiping a false god. And this man knew how powerful God was. And so he used God's power in himself to show that there was only one true God. And so we're going to read that story together.
King Ahab and his evil queen Jezebel have led Israel astray by worshipping other gods. The land is gripped by a terrible drought. While the prophets of God have been under siege by Jezebel's orders to kill them, the worship of Baal has flourished. Elijah, God's prophet, demands to see Ahab. Ahab went to meet Elijah, and when he saw him, Ahab shouted, "There you are, the biggest troublemaker in Israel!" Elijah answered, "You're the troublemaker, not me. You and your family have disobeyed the Lord's commands by worshipping Baal. Call together everyone from Israel and have them meet me on Mount Carmel. Be sure to bring along the 450 prophets of Baal and the 400 prophets of Asherah who eat at Jezebel's table." Ahab got everyone together. Then they went to meet Elijah on Mount Carmel. Elijah stood in front of them and said, "How much longer will you try to have things both ways? If the Lord is God, worship him. But if Baal is God, worship him." The people did not say a word. Then Elijah continued, "I am the Lord's only prophet, but Baal has 450 prophets. Bring us 2 bulls. Baal's prophets can take one of them, kill it, and cut it into pieces. Then they can put the meat on the wood without lighting the fire. I will do the same thing with the other bull, and I won't light a fire under it either. The prophets of Baal will pray to their God, and I will pray to the Lord. The one who answers by starting the fire is God." "That's a good idea," everyone agreed. Elijah said to Baal's prophets, "There are more of you, so you go first. Pick out a bull and get it ready, but don't light the fire. Then pray to your God." They chose their bull. Then they got it ready and prayed to Baal all morning, asking him to start the fire. They danced around the altar and shouted, "Answer us, Baal!" But there was no answer. At noon, Elijah began making fun of them. "Pray louder," he said. "Baal must be a god. Maybe he's daydreaming or using the toilet or traveling somewhere. Or maybe he's asleep and you have to wake him up." The prophets kept shouting louder and louder, and they cut themselves with swords and knives until they were bleeding. This was the way they worshipped, and they kept it up all afternoon. But there was no answer of any kind. Elijah told everyone to gather around him while he repaired the Lord's altar. Then he used 12 stones to build an altar in honor of the Lord. Each stone stood for one of the tribes of Israel, which was the name the Lord had given to their ancestor Jacob. Elijah dug a ditch around the altar, large enough to hold about 13 quarts. He placed the wood on the altar. Then they cut the bull into pieces and laid the meat on the wood. He told the people, "Fill 4 large jars with water and pour it over the meat and the wood." After they did this, he told them to do it 2 more times. They did exactly as he said, until finally the water ran down the altar and filled the ditch. When it was time for the evening sacrifice, Elijah prayed, "Our Lord, you are the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel. Now prove that you are the God of this nation, and that I, your servant, have done this at your command. Please answer me, so that these people will know that you are the Lord God, and that you will turn their hearts back to you." The Lord immediately sent fire, and it burned up the sacrifice, the wood, and the stones. It scorched the ground everywhere around the altar and dried up every drop of water in the ditch. When the crowd saw what had happened, they all bowed down and shouted, "The Lord is God! The Lord is God!"
Me got to see what you see. You are doing a great work in me. I've decided I can't stand still. No, you have given me purpose. All my heart is yours. All my life is yours. I will make a move for you, for you. All my heart is yours. All my life is yours. called to serve you. You have given me a job to do. I wanna love the world just like you, yeah. You have given me purpose. All my heart is yours. All my life is yours. I will make a move for you, for you. All my heart is yours. All my life is yours. I will make a move for you. Make a move for you. Make a move, make a move, make a move for you. I will make a move, make a move, make a move for you. I will. Make a move.
The series that we're doing is about heroes of the Bible. So the craft this week is going to be a superhero mask. I'm going to do mine with pink cardstock, and you guys can choose which color that you want. I'll send a couple options home with you. So I'm just going to do the outline of the mask that I'm looking for. Maybe you can get your mom or dad to help you with this mask. Okay. I'll start it in pencil, which I think is a good idea. And then you can go along and outline with a darker marker. It'll help you cut it out a little bit easier. And I'll show you what mine looks like in a second. This is what mine's gonna look like. And cut it out. If you want, you can save the scraps to use for decorations later and for other crafts. It's always good to have those little scraps on hand. That's what my mask is going to look like. Just like this. So then I'm going to lay it flat, and now I'm going to decorate it. Make sure that you leave some space on the mask for your eye holes. So I've got some feathers that I'm going to use. I'm going to use this purple straw to hold it up on the side. And I've got some stickers that I'm going to use as well. So let's see here. I've got a couple leaf stickers that I'm going to use. Pass that out of the way. I think I'm going to name myself Captain Courtney. So I'm going to put my initials on there, C and C. Captain Courtney. And again, you can decorate your mask however you want. This is mine so far. found some cool triangle stickers that are purple and blue, so I'm going to use those as well. Just to make my mask a little bit fancy. I like bright colors. I got on here. And a couple circles, so I'll put those on as well. I'm just going to make sure that I have some space for eye holes here. Move one of the C's over to the other side. And again, you want to make sure that you do that with pencil when you're tracing, just so you have enough space there. And cutting out eye holes is a little bit trickier. So a good trick to do is just to fold at the spot that you want. And you're going to come along with your scissors. You're going to make a little slit there. And you're going to cut. All along here. I chose bigger scissors. You can choose smaller scissors, and honestly, you might have a better time with it. There's one eye hole. See? You do the other one now, so just a little fold in the middle of where I drew the eye. Fold it, and then you have a little bit of space to work with. And cut out along. Move those aside. That's what my mask looks like. And I'm going to put my stickers back on. Pastor Courtney. Okay. And I think I'm going to glue some feathers on. My mask is pink. I seem to have some purple on here. I think I'm going to stick with some pink feathers. So I've got these two ones here. I think they're kind of cool. So I'm going to do this on the side. I'll take my glue stick. Just using regular glue. I'm going to do lots of glue here, lots of room for the feather to stick. And if you're finding that it's not sticking as well as you want, you can always use tape. You can see if you staple it down, something like that. That on. Got this. I think it's kind of cool. Pastor Courtney with the feathers. You do that. And so in order for me to hold my mask up to my face, I'm going to use this straw. Okay. And what I'll do here, glue all along the straw. And just glue all along. Make sure that it can stick to my mask. And again, if you're finding it's hard to stick and use staples, maybe even tape, but I like using glue, it's fun. then you can take your markers. And while you're waiting for that to dry, you can do a couple more like little decorations. I'm gonna outline some little stickers in different colors. Just give it some pizzazz. Alright, now that we're pretty much done here, hold this up so you guys can see it. Flip the camera. And this is my superhero mask. I hope you guys have fun making this craft.
Can't get enough extreme action? Do you have a need for speed that can't be quenched? Is snowboarding down Mount Everest in an avalanche your idea of an awesome adventure? Then you've come to the right place. Because it's time for World Championship Penguin Curling! Not what you were expecting. Oh, don't let their appearance fool you. When these penguins hit the ice, look out, because it's about to get wild. Let's meet our 4 competitors. First up is Blizzard. Now, everyone who thinks Blizzard is going to win, stand up and cheer as loud as you can. Next up, we have Snowball. Everyone who thinks Snowball is going to win, stand up and cheer as loud as you can. In the third starting spot is Ice Cube. If you think Ice Cube is going to win, stand up and cheer as loud as you can. In our final spot is Popsicle. If you think Popsicle is going to win, stand up and cheer as loud as you can! All right, our penguins are ready to get this party started. Don't forget to cheer as loud as you can for your penguin. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, and they're off. Oh boy, just look at them go! The track is slick today. This is gonna be a close one. Oh my! The speed is unreal! This is anybody's race. Blizzard makes a move. Popsicle is not backing down. Ooh, Snowball almost wiped out. Blizzard almost wiped out. Ice Cube is battling for the lead. This is a record-setting pace. I'm afraid to even blink. Wow! Ice Cube wins a photo finish. Congrats to all you Ice Cube fans out there! Phew! I don't know about you folks, but I was on the edge of my seat that entire race. I think I need to drink some coffee just to calm down. Be sure to join us next time for more penguin curling action!